Okay? You understand what's going on here? This is evil. It's satanic. It's just like the spirit of Satan and evil has taken over, and it's all the money. It's all through the money. Okay? That's it. Satan would have no power. He'd be rendered a eunuch, neutered, okay, if he didn't have the money, okay, that he's willing to get any way he has to, just like with JFK. This is how they got control of America. It wasn't because the American people didn't want an egalitarian president. It wasn't because we didn't understand that, what JFK wanted to do would have created a rising tide of prosperity across the board. The American people were smart enough way back then. So how much smarter do you think we are now? We're hearing Trump. We're hearing Donald Trump. Okay? And we like what he's saying a lot more than what you're saying. It's a lot more Christian what he's saying. It's a lot more all-embracing of humanity. It's a lot better than what you idiots, you trying to delegitimize his, throwing out these Russian diplomats. Okay? You guys are asking for trouble, man. I'm saying, I don't know. You people might have to learn the hard way. I don't know what's going to happen, but we all know that the vast majority of the military men out there and women, the vast majority of law enforcement, so forget it. If you think you're going to have a second coup, crony, capitalist, communist, you're all just two peas in a pod. All you guys make me sick. You're authoritarian, totalitarian, vomitable bunch. Okay, that's a new word I invented, vomitable. You could take it to the bank. But you know what? They make me sick to my stomach, okay? And there's blood. Their hands are drenched in blood, okay? Marinated in blood. Starting all these nonsensical skirmishes in the Middle East, okay? They're bloodthirsty. That's what they are. And this for profit and control and just, rampant chaos, perpetuating more crises and chaos. So, humanity is forever more imbalanced while they just rule over us like a bunch of wild-eyed freaks and grand puppeteers and sycophants and crap. Just, ugh. They're an abominable, repugnant bunch. I mean, who wants to be like these people? They sicken me. Your George Soroses out there, your Bill Clintons, your Bushes. Ugh. Gosh, I mean, I can't say bad enough things about these people. I don't like them. Their fruits are rotten, okay? But you know what? I can't condemn them. That's up to God. Nobody has to do it. I don't have to do it. Nobody has to do it. You have to try to assume that, look, they believe what they believe and try to just, reveal to them where they're wrong. Correct them. Maybe you have to excoriate them, but maybe you have to be tactful and diplomatic. But if they really believe this stuff, and who are we? How do we know what's in their heart? Maybe they are deceived. Maybe they're self-deceived. It's hard to tell. Where is somebody lying, or where are they acting? Where are they just being a hypocrite? I mean, we could go insane wondering these things. So we just have to assume that they're for real. God hasn't struck them dead, so they can't be that evil. There must be hope for them. And, try to sway them and say, look, you're wrong about this, and here's where you're wrong, man. And this is what society needs. And you know what? You're wrong. There is suppressed clean energy technology. You're wrong. There is disruptive technology. Okay? And what does that mean? The vast majority of people doing jobs that don't need to be done in the debt industrial complex, in the crime industrial complex, in the dubious warfare industrial complex, and all these associated vices that people get into out there that cause so much misery, wreak so much havoc in people's lives. Okay? I mean, this is all part and parcel of this mad world. And why is it like that? Because the people at the top are like that. These are the policies they hand down for us. Okay? And they get us divided. They get us at each other's throats when that's not where we deserve to be. We deserve to be at their throat. And we've got to remind local politicians to remind their higher-ups to get in their face. That's what we the people want you to do. So if you want a higher office, start pleasing the people locally, all you politicians. Okay? Your mayors and your city council and your supervisors, start doing what we the people want. We want Habitat for Humanity funded. We want you to work with them and solve the homeless problem. Don't come to us to ask. You people are in charge. You're supposed to know. And if you don't like the fact that it's taken out of your budget, well, then who to blame? You blame your next up politician, okay? Whoever's above you. When you meet them, you say, pass it along. because it's pissing us off. It's hurting our budget, straining our local citizenry to have to pay for this problem. So let's get it fixed. Just tell them to pass that on, pass it on. And then the top politicians get the message. You got to stop destroying our currency. You got to stop stealing the wealth of our nation in perpetuity. We want out of this thing. So I got about 5 minutes more I can speak, and I guess I've got my points across as much as I wanted to, pretty much. This the thing with Obama expelling the Russian diplomat, that's very provocative. It's really immature, and all this stuff though could be biblical. Okay, let's just face it. All this stuff, if you read the last couple chapters, particularly in the book of Daniel, if you read into the book of Revelations, you'll start seeing some things. If you look at the things Jesus said that are going to happen, signs of the end of the age, okay, not the end of the world, it's just the end of the age. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about one age ending and a new age beginning. But it's going to be a tumultuous time, and I think everybody out there would agree we're living in a very tumultuous time. Very uncertain, very precarious, touch and go, and tenuous. So it's one day at a time, but we've got to keep our cool. I mean, I don't want a civil war in this country. If Trump gets assassinated, or if these black hats in these what do they call them, these security agencies like the CIA, and they say the FBI, and they got Homeland Security, National Security Agency, all these people they say are of one mind. Okay, that just means that there's people in high places with black hats that are on the side, okay, of this evil. Okay, that want to say, hey, well, let's delegitimize Trump's presidency here. Okay, this is what the commander-in-chief wants right now. And we all know Trump is a radical. He's going to really, he's going to rock the boat, man. Okay, and we know our jobs are at stake here. So, we're going to try to overthrow this maybe and give it to the Democrat who is more, status quo, pro-status quo, pro-establishmentarian, and keeping America on this track of destruction, ever more debt. As long as it works to me in my favor, yeah, I'll do my job. I'll be a good little sycophant, good little minion of the system, and keep working for it. I mean, this is what's going on. People better pull their heads out, man. This is serious crap. You better decide what's really life, okay? Because any life worth living, okay, is out of hell. And if you're going to be out of hell, man, you can't be a hypocrite. And we all got to search our own souls, our own conscience, and decide if we're being hypocritical in our beliefs. And decide, look, man, this is a serious issue, man. This is life and death. People are dying in dubious war. Debt is destroying families, destroying individuals, causing suicides, all these problems. Look at the crime. Look what that's doing to us. They got us at each other's throats, divided. You communists, you capital, that's what it is. You'll never get along, So, they got us all confused. They got us ignorant. We're off balance. We've got that Babylon factor has taken over. We're blinded. We're discombobulated. That's just where they want us. They don't want us to realize that, hey, come to think of it, yeah, crony capitalism is every bit as bad as communism. It's all fascist. It's all shoved down our throats, and it's not for the betterment of the greater, this greater part, okay, that they talk about. For the greater good. It's not. It's not at all. Quite the contrary. That's how these people operate. The opposite of what they say is usually the truth. Okay, that's how screwed up they are. That's how sick and twisted they are. Okay, and these people are going to lose ultimately, but they're scary like a cornered animal. So I'm going to end it at that, and everybody have a nice weekend, and we'll talk again sometime, I hope, soon.